Meetings, meetings, and more meetings.
Sadly, it must be a case of the Mondays.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Yeah, but it should be a good end to the week, like get ready for an Aloha Party.
Yeah, but there's so many meetings.
Well, we better get the update started for August 28th, right now. Good morning, Sentinels.
We know it's a Monday.
But we at least hope it's off to a good start.
The first announcement of today is in regarding to Students for Christ,
which, if you didn't catch it last time, is the new name for Fellowship of Christian Athletes.
And tomorrow is the first meeting during lunch.
And it's in the Courtside Cafe.
If you have any questions, reach out to Mackenzie Thompson or Derek Washington. Will you be there, Izzy?
Well, Scarlett, I'm not an athlete.
Didn't you hear? This year everyone's invited, whether they're an athlete or not.
Awesome.
And on to more meetings, just a different type. Today there's a Student Senate meeting during lunch in room 244.
At the meeting, officers will be selected, so don't miss it.
That's right, so if you're sick today, then too bad.
I don't think anyone plans on getting sick, Scarlett.
Only when there's a test that day.
Scarlett!
Okay, well, moving on.
So you remember how today the Student Senate meeting was in room 244?
Yeah.
Well, there's another meeting on Wednesday in room 244.
What's the obsession with room 244?
Right?
Anyways, here's the details.
So the deets for the meets is for Sentinel scholars, and it will be during lunch. It was moved back to Wednesday because of the Sentinels for Christ meeting that was scheduled for the same time.
See? Too many meetings.
Oh yeah. And the blood drive is today, so I hope you had a good breakfast. Well, we'll see you back here in a sec, Sense.
Thanks, guys. Well, in scores from last week, football went to Palmetto Ridge on Friday and won with a score of 35-6.
Tanner Helton had 4 touchdowns and a couple of big runs. Jeremion McElroy had 2 touchdown receptions.
Seven Bullock and Jordan Rizzo had 1 touchdown reception each, and LJ Blackwell had 1 rushing touchdown.
On defense, Ethan Thomas had 6 tackles and 3 tackles for loss. Tyler Edwards had 8 tackles and 2 tackles for loss.
Derek Washington had a big night with 7 tackles, and freshman Mac Mitchell had some big hits coming from safety with 6 total tackles.
Also, last week, our varsity girls volleyball team played in the upper division of Sunshine State Invitational, and they came in 3rd in the copper bracket.
Cross country was also in action over the weekend, and at the meet, Lillian Lampett got 1st for the JV team.
Well, that's it for scores, but there's one more thing to talk about.
The hurricane.
Well, it's really just a tropical storm right now, but it's expected to be a Category 3 by the time it makes landfall.
It's going to hit with a mix of heavy rains, high winds, and damaging storm surge.
It's expected to make landfall in Tampa, but that can change since it's going to be close.
Wait, Jordan, is that why your football practice tomorrow got moved from the afternoon to the morning?
Yep, so that announcement was kind of sports related.
Right. Well, let's see what we have up next, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Today is the 3rd installment of our new series, Behind the Shield.
And as you can see, we have head football coach Mac Mitchell here with us today.
So, Coach, the big game for this week, of course, is the game on Friday against Island Coast at 7.
So as you made history last year with your undefeated season, how do you think others view you, and how does that affect the decisions you're making this year?
I think people still are, the questions out of as far as what type of team we are and what type of program we've become. In the past, we've played, typical schools like St. John Newman, Braden Christian, Canterbury. This year it's going to be a little more challenging. We're obviously playing a more difficult schedule this year. So for what you hear in the community, it's basically we want to know if this team's for real or, we just, some front runners. But it motivates us in our program, so I can't wait to see our guys kind of not necessarily prove them wrong, but just to continue to grow and just mark on new territory.
As we know, Island Coast is a public school. Many people think that private schools are undersized compared to public schools. What is your response to those people?
Well, that's true. I think there's probably about 1,600 kids that go to that school. We're about 238, I believe. Which kind of puts us at a disadvantage, though. But for the kids and how hard they worked and the dedication they put in, I think sometimes they'll outdo a lot of the talent that's out there, and at the same time, we have some talented kids who are a part of our program. So just because you're coming from a bigger school doesn't mean you're a better school. And we'll see on Friday, and I think we'll do really well against them.
All right, then, what do you know about Island Coast, and what do you think they're good at?
They're a very athletic team, very physical. Historically, they've been pretty good in the past. This past few years, they're going up and down with a couple coach changes, and so they're rebuilding this year with a new coach. We're going to try to take advantage of that as well, playing them this early in the season too, trying to put in a new system. So I think that, you know, it works to our advantage to come out and probably jump on top early.
Outside of winning throughout the season, what is your goal with these kids? How does a high schooler go through your program, and how does a high schooler going through your program change?
You know, having a winning season, the undefeated season that we had last year, that wasn't the ultimate goal. It was really just changing the culture. We didn't want to accept, you know, failure and inconsistency. So last year it was a big change. Kids really bought into being consistent and disciplined throughout the entire year. And I think the winning ball games, that was just the aftermath of showing your level of discipline. Comparing from last year to this year, you know, and where we're trying to go with it, it really just want to help build, you know, the kingdom of Christ. And I really feel like this is my ministry, the gridiron here, is to really to give back and give kids, you know, your day-to-day lessons that comes with the game of football. As we all know, football, you know, you see me right now, I mean, it's hot. You know, it's not a sport that's really fun Monday through Thursday. And we can even add Saturday through Thursday sometimes now. So for you to come out here and do this every single day, deciding to play the game the right way and put your best foot forward, I truly believe that will help propel our guys to do well in life after high school's over and college, and just make them strong men. And then we put the Christian aspect in it as well, as far as how you respect the game and how you give all glory to God, all the good, all the bad. And you know that all of it is just a blessing, just a tool to help you, again, further His kingdom.
All right, Coach, well, that's all we have time for right now.
So good luck for your game on Friday.
And Sentinels, stay behind the shield.
Thanks, guys. Heads up, juniors and seniors. The deadline to sign up for the SAT on a school day and ACT on a school day exams will be September 8th.
The SAT will be only for seniors, as juniors will be busy taking the PSAT and MSQT.
Both exams will be this fall on the with the SAT on October 11th and the ACT on October 31st.
The ACT will cost $53, while the SAT will cost $60.
This next announcement is only for the seniors.
Mrs. Slater emailed the senior trip info last week, and the seniors should return the forms and pay the $300 deposit no later than this Wednesday, August 30th.
The payment link is included on the commitment form. If you have any questions, please email or see Mrs. Slater.
Finally, there will be a Sentinels for Life meeting after school today in room 239.
See, there you go with the meetings again. Shirt order forms are due no later than today to Miss Fresh.
But hey, coming up on Thursday night is Aloha night. Well, that's all for today. See you, Sens.